Chris Kongo moves to 12-0 with a 9th round TKO over Luther Clay. Now this was a decent fight. It wasn't the thriller Manila. It wasn't full of drama from minute to minute, but it was a decent fight. Chris Kongo, who was on the GB squad as an amateur, as the Sky commentary team were constantly pointing out, he is very well schooled. He's very textbook in the way that he fights. He keeps his hands nice and high, all very polished textbook type punches and textbook movements. So, I don't want to be overly critical of Chris Kongo, not at all, because he fought a good fight and he did a good job. But right off the bat, there's nothing about Chris Kongo that jumps out at you in terms of, anything he does that's exceptional. He doesn't have exceptional hand speed or exceptional power or, there's nothing about him that jumps out at you as exceptional. He's just very well-rounded and well-schooled. And look, there was nothing exceptional that jumped out at you, about Andre Ward, right? He was somewhat quick, somewhat athletic, decent all-rounder. But of course, Andre Ward took that, decent all-rounder to very, very high heights because he had a tremendous boxing brain, a great inside game. I guess that's the thing about Andre Ward that was exceptional, was really his inside game and his boxing brain. And these are kind of, the inside game is a tangible thing, but the boxing brain is more of an intangible. His boxing IQ was so high, Andre Ward, that he was able to fight people with superior physical attributes to himself. Guys who hit harder, guys who were quicker and more athletic, he was able to beat them, So again, I'm not trying to be unduly critical of Chris Kongo. I'm just saying as a prospect, there's nothing about him that jumps out at you, his athleticism or his power or anything like that. But very well schooled on the GB team. One thing I like about Kongo is that he's calm. This is a very calm guy. Doesn't get flustered, doesn't get angry, doesn't get overexcited. Just calm, nice, steady boxing. Luther Clay was the much shorter guy. Chris Kongo, a welterweight at 6 feet tall. He's quite tall for the weight. There have been, taller welterweights, of course, but he's quite tall for the weight. And Luther Clay, who didn't have a big amateur background, was struggling to get close to him throughout the fight. He was very game, Luther Clay. He'd boxed on the road. He'd won on the road in other countries. And you could see that. You could see he had that kind of tenacity and fire in him, because even when things weren't going his way, Luther Clay bit down at his gum shield and fought through it. Because there was one round late on in the fight, I think it might have been the 7th or the 8th, when Chris Kongo hurt Luther Clay and he went in to try to finish him, and Luther Clay did very, very well to slip and slide and, take a lot of sting off the punches and survive the onslaught. Did very, very well. Tremendous heart and very good survival instincts. But ultimately, Luther Clay was there to win. And so after recovering from those rocky moments, he went back on the front foot. But he went back on the front foot with a more diminished gas tank, because all the punches you take energy out of you. All the punches you take a little bit of balance and coordination away from you. You're getting hit in the head at the end of the day. These blows have a neurological effect. So as the fight progressed and the accumulation of punishment was building up on Luther Clay, Kongo was able to catch him with clean shots even more frequently. Caught him again in the 9th round, managed to drop him, and the corner threw in the towel. So very good performance by Chris Kongo. Virtually a punch-perfect performance, let's be real. Very, very well-schooled guy. And, hats off to Luther Clay for being brave. But he was just in there with a guy who was too tall, too experienced as an amateur, too well-schooled. And it was what it was. Now, Dylan White, as Chris Kongo's manager, has been saying that Chris Kongo is the best welterweight in the UK. That is a very bold claim. Because in the UK, of course, we've got Josh Kelly. We've got Kell Brook. Is Amir Khan still boxing? I don't know what's going on with Amir Khan. We've certainly got Josh Kelly. We've certainly got Kell Brook. We've got also Conor Benn. Now, I would pick Chris Kongo over Conor Benn every day of the week and twice on Sunday. Okay, not to write Conor Benn off completely. He does have some power there and he's got a lot of heart. But from a technical point of view, Chris Kongo is in a totally different league. Kongo versus Kelly, I think is a good fight. Kelly keeps his hands down. Kelly is a lot more athletically gifted than Kongo. He's got faster hands and all that kind of stuff. And I believe they fought each other in the amateurs, didn't they? And didn't Josh Kelly win that fight? Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe Kongo won it. Let me not mess it up here. But I believe Josh Kelly won. So it would be a rematch of an amateur fight. Again, Kelly is the more flashy, the more fast and explosive and athletic. But Kongo is the more technical of the two. So that'd be a good fight. Kongo versus Kell Brook. Right now, I wouldn't put him in there with Kell Brook. So even though Dylan White is saying this and that about Kongo is the best welterweight in the world, he might sincerely believe that. But would he allow Kongo to fight Kell Brook right now? I think that would be a very, very, very risky move. And of course, once you've taken the scalp of Kell Brook, you're going to be expected to fight at that level for, the foreseeable future until you take a serious L, So anyway, good win for Chris Kongo against Luther Clay. But he's been talking about defending the global welterweight title that he won. WBO global title. God knows what that is. What is the global title? Global is the same as world. So World Boxing Organization global title rather than world title. Ridiculous with the alphabet soup extra belts that they're always bringing out. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section below. What did you think of Chris Kongo's performance? Do you think that he's going to be an exceptional fighter to go on to challenge for world honors and win world titles? Do you see that in him? Even though he looks textbook, well polished, but unexceptional, do you think there are exceptional attributes in him that are intangible? Maybe his boxing brain, maybe his tenacity. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. It's happening. I'm out.